Everyone paints Necron weapons the same way, even myself, but for once, let's give it a twist. Hello fellow Hunters of the Blue, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to TMM, a series of videos to showcase the absolutely amazing true metallic paints from Vallejo. One of my most popular videos is about painting Necron weapons just like the heavy metal team. Go and check it out after this video. That recipe is as perfect as it gets, but I want to see if I can get the same amazing results, but only using metallic paints. Go and check Vallejo's website in the description to see their amazing range of paints and tools like, well, true metallic metal, the focus of today's video. Let's get cracking! As you can see, we're starting from a black base coat. The base coat doesn't really matter here. Black, white, grey, all of those colors will work just fine. But I had it primed black, so why not use just black? And I'm going to start by base coating my blade using a 1-to-1 mix of Dusken green base and amber green base. This will provide us with a lovely green to start our weapon. I'm going to make sure this gets into the crevices as well. Amber green is one of those few colors of the true metallic metal range that doesn't cover as well as the others, so we will have to do 2 layers of this instead of just 1, but come on, it's not such a big deal. The base coat is now fully dry and we can start sketching our highlights. For that I'm going to use amber green base, pure. This will be a very subtle change, but what I will do is start sketching the pattern of highlights. If you have any doubts of where to put these highlights, just check the box. It's extremely clear where they go. If you have any issues blending, instead of glazing, I highly recommend you mix an in-between tone between the 2 colors. So just grab a little bit of both colors and you can apply that in the section in between the 2 colors, creating a super nice and super soft transition. With my highlight areas sketched, I like to now do all of my shading. And for this I'm going to use Dusken green shade that I like to mix with a little bit of express medium. This is a 1 part Dusken green shade and 1 part express medium. I'm going to do the apply and feather technique as I usually do. You will have to do several passes of this, but it's well worth it. Also highly recommend you leave this in a horizontal position while it dries, so the paint doesn't flow and ruin the rest of the model. On top of that, I'm also going to apply this as a recess shade very carefully in all of these recessed details, and around any areas where the blade meets any non-blade parts. My first layer of shading is now dry, and I can keep building this up until I am happy with the results. It's better if you apply this over some of the transition from the original base coat to the amber green base. That way, the transition will be more natural. When I'm doing these kind of complex patterns, I like to add a little bit of express medium so the shadows or the dark parts get matte and thus don't get in the way of the effect. My shading is now complete, and honestly this already looks quite amazing, so if you just want a basic look you can just stop here, but I'm going to push it a little bit more because that's the kind of horrible person I am. And to do that I'm going to start with a mix of 1 part amber green base and 1 part radiant yellow base. And I'm going to start pushing my highlights more and more towards the tip of the blades and the center of the highlight patterns. I'm not doing any kind of edge highlighting yet. I'm only going to push this in the center of the patterns, just on the flats, not on the edges. We will get to the edges soon, but right now it's just to really saturate and lighten up the pattern. And radiant yellow is such a lovely color to do this. It really is an incredible paint. With this highlight you can really see the pattern starting to take shape. I'm going to push it even further with a mix of 4 parts radiant yellow and 1 part amber green. And I'm going to do the same, just adding this into the pattern on the center of the patterns in the flat sides and towards the tips, you know, just in the center of the pattern as we've been doing, just like that. Be careful not to go into any of the shade areas so we don't destroy all of our hard work with the shading. But if you do, just take some of the shade and just put it over. Let's start with the edge highlighting, and for that I'm going to use a mix of 1 part radiant yellow base and 1 part amber green light. I will apply this all over, and we will later apply a lighter edge highlight over just the light parts. The key here is we try to do this as thin as possible. In the edges, try to use the edge of the brush, and in the center we will just have to wing it. Just be very careful, put the least amount of paint you can in the brush, and use the very tip. And again, if some paint gets where it shouldn't, it's very easy to fix, either using our previous color or some of the shade. For our next highlight, I'm going to use radiant yellow light, and I'm going to apply this only in the highlighted areas of the pattern, and also around corners and stuff like that. I love radiant yellow light. I like to call this the ice yellow for metallics. It's just a beautiful hue to highlight basically anything metallic. And finally, because I am a contrast junkie, I'm going to add my final highlight, which is going to be a sterling silver light, mixed about 1:1 with radiant yellow light. And I'm going to apply this only in the tips and corners along the most prominent bits. Just a very small dot here and there of this. Treat this the same way you would pure white when doing it with normal acrylics. And there you go. Just look at how cool that looks. Also, because it's metallic, it will change and reflect light in a really cool way. And by a clever use of shine and matte, we get this super incredible effect. And I almost think this is better than using normal acrylics. The things you can make with the True Metallic range are truly fascinating. By the way, do you want to see me finish this whole miniature using only metallic paints? Well, let me know in the comments, please. And if you want to support me, you can check my Patreon, where I offer in-depth uncut tutorials and private classes. Help me and join the list of the coolest people in the world that you can see on the screen right now. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!